Be Wealthy and Smart, episode 1320.
Step into a world of wealth and financial freedom without budgets, boredom, or bosses on Be Wealthy and Smart. And now, here's your host, Linda P. Jones.
Welcome to Be Wealthy and Smart. I'm Linda P. Jones, America's Wealth Mentor, empowering women and men worldwide to financial freedom. On today's show, we're going to talk about the crypto bull market is back. Last time, we talked about how meme coins were going crazy, but I really didn't give you the full picture of what's going on in crypto overall, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Because the last time I was focusing on the smaller coins, the more speculative nature coins that are fun and move quickly, but I really didn't talk a lot about Bitcoin and the overall crypto market. Because Bitcoin is the original crypto, it's something that drives the entire crypto market. And Bitcoin itself has a market capitalization of $1.25 trillion. So when we look at the entire crypto market having only $2.3 trillion, well, you can see how important Bitcoin is to the entire market. And right now we're in that point of time where Bitcoin is coming up on the halving, which is going to be happening, I believe, in April. Now, many people have said in the past that there was a dip in price with Bitcoin that was fairly dramatic before the halving. So many people are expecting the market to go down, which explains why many traders had short positions on Bitcoin, betting that the market would drop, when in fact the market took off on a tear and all of those short traders just got cleaned out. And that's what happens when you leverage your trades. And that's why I never recommend using leverage on your trades. For the average person, it's just too risky. Professional traders, they do it all the time. They're used to it. They know how to control trades. They know how to enter and exit. But for the everyday person, it's just not something that I recommend. But what happened was Bitcoin touched at its all-time high of $69,000 per Bitcoin. And a lot of times when an old high is touched in any type of investing, whether it's stocks or crypto, it can take several attempts before that old high price is broken. And that's probably what we're going to see. We saw Bitcoin go up and touch 69,000 and decline. And it'll probably do that a couple more times before all of a sudden it breaks through on higher volume and races off to new highs. Now, often when it gets to the other side of the old high, it just keeps going and going and going and going. And that's what we could see happen with Bitcoin, especially since these ETFs were just approved and a lot of new money is coming in to invest in them. This is money that is in people's brokerage accounts, so they have access to it through their IRAs and maybe even a self-directed 401k. So lots of new money coming into Bitcoin, fueling this bull market run. And so it was normal for people to take profits, especially for the professional traders who probably targeted the old high of $69,000 as a place to take profits, and they knew that it would take a few runs at it before Bitcoin would break through. So that was the ideal place to take profits. But here's what we really want to pay attention to. Not the short-term moves, but the longer-term trend. Cryptocurrencies run on a 4-year cycle. And what we're seeing is confirmation that we are in the crypto summer phase, or the 4th year of the cycle, which should go for this year into 2025. Now, that doesn't mean we won't have pullbacks and sideways movement and things like that, but it means over the next year, we can expect to see more money coming into the market and higher prices. Now, as I said, the current crypto market is only $2.3 trillion. But it's been said that in the next year or two, the crypto market would increase to around $10 trillion. And by 2030, $100 trillion. So we're very early in this trend. We have a long way to go. And that's what we really have to keep our eye on. Now, not everyone is invested in Bitcoin. I personally am not. I'm more of a fan of XRP. a technology that is faster, scalable, and lower cost than Bitcoin, and also has over 300 agreements with different financial institutions, which tells me that it is part of our new financial system. XRP isn't just another cryptocurrency. We can't compare it to a Bitcoin or to meme coins or really to any other technology, because it literally is the one that's going to run trillions and trillions of dollars across the XRP ledger. In my opinion, when you're working with the financial system, when you're working with central banks, when you're working with governments, these things all have to be planned out to the last detail. They have to be tested over and over and over again. So it's my opinion that with these private ledgers that are running, we're not able to see all of the transactions that are crossing along the XRP ledger. But from what I understand, there's billions and billions of dollars moving on them right now. They are private because that's what the financial institutions asked Ripple to do. So even though there is a small part of Wall Street that is participating in the ETFs, please understand it is not all of Wall Street yet. It's a very small particular part of registered investment advisors. These are more independent broker-dealers that are moving their clients' money in. The big brokerages like Morgan Stanley, Bank of America, Wells Fargo do not yet have the Bitcoin ETF approved, although I'm told that Morgan Stanley is working hard to get it approved across multiple channels. When Wall Street makes Bitcoin really open for business, I imagine 2 to 5% of a person's portfolio could be added in Bitcoin. Because it works as a separate asset class that's not correlated with other assets in the portfolio, and it provides exceptional alpha or extra returns. So we still have massive money to expect to come into the crypto space. It's still in its early days. And that's what people really don't understand. People that have been in the crypto market for many years, of course, are feeling impatient. But this is the year that crypto goes mainstream. And it's getting more and more accepted and approved by wirehouses who are going to be investing billions into not just Bitcoin, but the entire crypto market. In addition to that, we had Robinhood in Europe add back many cryptocurrencies on their approved list, and some of them were meme coins. So we saw the big jump in meme coins with Dogecoin doubling last week alone and Shiba Inu tripling last week alone. So the exciting returns are just starting. If you've read my book, 3 Steps to Quantum Wealth, you know that the returns that we've seen have many zeros on the end, unlike any other asset class that we invest in. You can't compare it to stocks or bonds. You can't compare it to real estate. It's a completely separate asset. And when it moves, it can move at the speed of light, which means it's going to create a lot of wealth in this next year, in my opinion. Now, the interesting thing is most people are still feeling the effects of the bear market from a couple of years ago. And they're still asking, when do we sell? When do we sell? Because they're worried about the market going down. And that's understandable. It was pretty traumatic going through 2022. But we have the lows of the market behind us. And when people are anxious to sell, that's a very bullish sign, meaning the market's going to move higher. The reverse happens at the top of a market when nobody wants to sell because everyone is convinced that it's going to go higher. But in that case, everyone's already invested and there's no one else to buy. And that's when the market peaks. But we're far from that time. We're just starting this really new bull market, the strong phase of the bull market. Some people call it crypto summer. Whatever you want to call it, there are good times ahead, and this is something you want to look at for a small portion of your portfolio. It doesn't take a lot of money to create quite a bit of wealth. In the last bull market 4 years ago, I saw a postman invest $1,700 and it turned into $60 million. These are the kinds of stories that we hear from being early investors in cryptocurrency. So it doesn't take a large amount of money. You don't have to put the majority of your portfolio in. In fact, I recommend you don't. Just a small amount can make a huge difference. If you haven't yet subscribed to Be Wealthy and Smart, hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified as soon as new podcasts are available. And all of my podcasts are on my website at lindapjones.com/podcasts. And while you're there, sign up for my weekly newsletter for more tips for your financial freedom. That's all for today. Until next time, live the good life and be wealthy and smart.
Thank you for listening to Be Wealthy and Smart with Linda P. Jones. Share the wealth and tell your family and friends about the show. Check out our website, blog, and social media for more riches at www.bewealthyandsmart.com.